Mankind, as a whole people, has the capacity to ask very big questions. And maybe some people like to ask those questions. Some people never kind of crosses their mind. But like these big questions, like who am I? Why was I created? What's the purpose of my life? I think we have these instinctual desires to know, like, my purpose. Why was I made? What is the meaning of my life? Why am I here? Like all these things where we seek to root like our very existence and like I want to understand that, which is like a big question. But this feast today, I think, actually does reveal a lot about who we are. Because one of the first things we hear about man in the scriptures, at the very beginning of the book of Genesis, was that man was created in the image of God. Man was created in the image and likeness of God. So, if man was created in the image of God, if we're going to try to understand who we are, we want to understand who man and woman are, we have to know who God is. God is who gives meaning to our existence, our purpose, why we were created. And Trinity Sunday is the feast, literally, of who God is. St. John says God is love, right? We've all heard that before, but that's not just like a nice idea that God is love. Oh, isn't that nice? God literally is a communion of love. The Father, who loves the Son with everything that he has. Fathers, you know, like this instinctual love for your parents, this instinctual love for your children, right? The Father loves the Son with everything that he is and gives everything for the sake of the Son. His whole life is defined by giving himself entirely to the Son. And then the Son, in gratitude for receiving all of that he is, when we receive a gift, our natural response is to say thank you, right? We want to do something in return. So the Son, having received everything from the Father, loves the Father totally. If I have someone who loves me unconditionally, I'm going to love them unconditionally in return, right? So the Father loves the Son, and the Son loves the Father, and that love between them is so great. That love between the Father and the Son is what we call the Holy Spirit, right? So when we say God is love, we literally mean that God is the communion of love. God is not just this all-powerful being, but one who by his very nature loves. He gives himself. He wants to pour himself out and to be received by somebody else. We live in the name of the Father who has loved us so much, in the name of the Son who united himself to us, in the name of the Holy Spirit who unites us to that love. It's a reminder of what we're called to do. When we hear Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, it's a reminder of how deep the love of God is, how much God has loved me, and how I'm called to respond to that.